So, you chose the blue pill. But it wasn't really a choice, was it? You already know what you have to do. Either way, to paraphrase Morpheus, this is your last chance. After this, there's no turning back.
So you chose the blue pill. And this is a puzzle box I picked up on Etsy from a guy named Spencer. I'll put the link in the description below if you want to look at where I got it from, who the creator is. So as you can see, these are the instructions. The goal of the puzzle is to find the small fidget pill inside. No banging, no excessive force, 2 plastic pieces, no spinning, no crying or whining. All right, and thank you for your purchase. I hope you enjoy solving the puzzle, Spencer. All right, a little disclaimer is that I solved the puzzle already. There was something wrong with the mechanism in the pill. Most of the solve was fine. It was just that one part that was not quite right. And so this will probably go fast or faster than it did the originally the first time. However, it's still a great puzzle. And I think if you chose the blue pill first, you made the right choice. This puzzle is actually only around $80. This, in my opinion, of the 2 pills is far and away the better pill. And I think you'll see why. Now, you may disagree with me, and if you do, leave that in the comments below. So let's go ahead and get started on the solve. So as you can see, the puzzle has 2 pieces here. You have this white part and this blue part, and there's some connection there that is either spring-loaded or magnet-loaded or something. Then there's a cap on the end here as well as a button that pushes. But when you try to pull, nothing can come apart. And when you turn, you just get this. It's just an endless cycle of this popping sound. So what we can see here, if we push that down. Okay, if we push that down, now, okay. So the button allows us to then open it, and there seems to be an internal maze here. Okay, so the end is off. And if we look in there, we can see some of the mechanism. Let me see if I can get my flashlight out. All right, so you can see that there's the hole where this little nub was with this little knot. And then there's a magnet in there. And so push the button, there's a magnet right there as well. Guess we don't need this. So it looks like somehow those 2 magnets connected and made it to where when we were turning it, I won't do it now, but it was popping. And so by pushing the button, we must have connected the 2 magnets and pulled one out or something like that. To allow us to actually turn it and pull it through the maze. So we'll set that aside. So it seems like there's a connection here that does not turn. This end cap here seems to want to turn. And then there's this knot here where... Okay, so I can feel... Oh. You hear that? So it's like there's a magnet in there. Let's see if I can see how that sets like that. So there's a magnet in there. So the thing was, I kept doing that for a long while. And then I looked at and I wondered, why is there not in this end here? And I figured it was probably to keep it from going down into this hole here. However, when I looked a little further, I noticed, well, there's a little like knob at the top there. If you untie, you can see that this little knob at the end, oh, dirty fingernail, this little knob at the end there, that actually won't fit through that hole. So it's not really necessary. And if you let that extra length, just that extra length from the knot, go all the way down, and use that to go along the side there. Let's see if I can get it. Okay. That's the middle one. Let's find the side. There we go. And so just that little extra slack there allows you to actually go down. So the middle one, there's a magnet up top here on one side, and then on the other side is more of like a little cavity. And it allows you to go down. And when you do that, you can, this magnet that you hit down here, you pull up. Okay, if you pull up, it actually lets you turn this bottom part and release it. So like that. You can take it out. And out pops one of the tools. All right. Now this is where it starts to get cool because we can actually look inside here. And so this is actually where the tool came from right here, sitting in there like that. But we're gonna need that. And so now we have a little bit of insight into the puzzle here. As we can see, it's a sequential discovery puzzle. So there looks to be like a few different divots or holes there, a little cross-shaped hole. And we can see, what can we see? Well, if we pull that string like we just were, we can see this little thing here pulls up. And I think that fits into these holes here. So when you put this on and you lock it, we'll see. So these fit into there. So when you put it back on, you can see it locks by this thing going into one of those holes. So by lifting up on that, you actually are allowing it to turn so that you can take this off. Okay, so then also what we have here, so this is the mechanism there. We have this little thing here. That's what actually this button here pushes up. And that raises this little mechanism here, which is where we started with that little magnet. So then we have the tool that just came out, and then this little keyhole. All right, and so there's a keyhole with a little piece that shifts around here. So the question is, where do we go from here? So we have this tool here, and then we have nothing really we can do here because this, we can put that into that little keyhole, nothing happens. But what we know is that the top here, that's where, where's that magnet? Oh, right there. So that magnet is on that one side, but there's another hole on this side that so happens to fit in. So if we push that down, what happens? Oh, so what we have to do is get rid of that, put that back in its original magnet. Then we push and see that that comes out. So I am not quite sure why. Let's see, how does that even do anything? So if you see right there, oh, this is pretty cool. There's actually a little bit of a tube there. And I think that's where that magnet needs to go into that little tube, and that can allow us to pull up on this. So this right here is the button that goes, that pushes up on the magnet, but then the hanging magnet goes into this little tube here. Let me make sure you guys can see that. See that little tube? That's right below this thing here. Okay. So that's where that hanging magnet goes into and actually allows you, but see, then there's a separate magnet. What does that do? Oh, that's what holds this in place. Okay. So that's what was happening, was that the other this must be the magnet. Let's see. All right, so this is the magnet on the top that originally is being held by this. And so by being attracted to this, wait a second here. Hold on a second here. So why did this fall out? Let's see. Ah, okay. All right. Okay, it's becoming clear now. So basically, when this is in the cylinder, it sits like this. And so this little thing has something that reaches down to around right here. So when you attach this little magnet, the magnet's about yay high. And so this can actually reach that other magnet, pushes down on this, which swaps the two magnets, as you can see here. It swaps those two magnets, and so rather than attract, it repels and it falls out of the shaft. That's pretty cool. Took me a second, but I get it. All right, that's really cool, actually. All right, so now what that does is it releases this box, which seems to be where our treasure is hidden. And out comes this. held in place by a magnet. See that? And so this looks exactly like what we need to open this part here. So this doesn't turn, this actually you have to push, and it opens this little piece up that has a little key in there, which I think is really cute. That's in there like that, this little key. And we know exactly what to do with this little key. We put it into this little mechanism here, turn it and open, and inside is our little prize, which is this fidget pill, which I'm not sure how much I would fidget with it, but it is kind of cool. It's like a mini-me pill. Really cool little prize. Okay, so now that we know how the mechanisms work in the puzzle, let me put it back together and we'll be right back. All right, and there we have it. That is the blue pill puzzle. If you'd like to pick up a copy of this puzzle, I'll leave a link to where I bought it in the description below. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment as to which pill you chose first and maybe why. YouTube algorithm seems a little wonky lately, so ring that bell, and if you could click on one of my other videos at the end of this video and just watch a little bit, I think that will really help. Check out the link at the end of this video to look at the other pill puzzle solution and see where that one takes you. And if you choose not to grab one of these puzzles, or if you can't, then I hope you enjoyed solving it through my eyes. And until next time, goodbye for now.